All right, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. Appreciate it as always. All right, so tonight we're going to not make this too quick, but we're going to not spend a lot of time on this either. Krusty, let's go. Thank you for the 5 by 5 Appreciate it. Let's get that out of the way. Mr. Landfill, Scott, our cold prepper, thank you for the 5 by 5 AI ad, Scott, they're getting out of control. Rhonda, thank you for the 5 by 5 Mitch, Tristan, Falcon, Buy the Book, thank you for the 5 by 5 Jason, Adam, Cherokee Survival, Chair, Groundhog, Patrice, Maria Jackson, thank you for the 5 by 5 Maria Jackson and Prep to Adapt, thank you for the 5 by 5 on Rumble. Appreciate it as always. Eric Crow, wait, did I miss that? How the fuck? Oh, okay, sorry. Stop moving. Kathy, Raccoon Eyes, Laura, Jenny, thank you for the 5 by 5 Comet Moon, Crow, My Skydive, Tom Tom, Prep to Adapt, Wide Awake, thank you for the 5 by 5 Raven, Teddy, Renee, Vegan, Sersha, thank you for the 5 by 5 F you all, Lexi, Spectre, thank you for the 5 by 5 Lori, thank you for the 5 by 5 Appreciate it, guys. Adobe, thank you for the 5 by 5 And Scott, what's going on? So, Benny, thank you for the 5 by 5 So, tonight, guys, we're going to talk about, well, we're just going to jump right to it. So, the demise is all part of the plan, guys. I think, like I said on the Angry Prepper channel, they need a smaller population of people to control. You cannot control the population this big right now. What are we at? 7 billion, almost 8 billion people, or is it close to 9? Might be close to 9 billion, right? You can't control that masses, and you can't control that with people all over the world. Right? People are spread out all over the place. There are people in rural areas, there are people in cities. There are a lot of people, no matter where you are in the world, that are leaving cities to move to rural area, but you also have kids in rural areas moving to cities. Southerner, thank you. Southernmost Illinois. What's going on Rumble? So again, guys, we're definitely facing some crazy shit right now, and this is ultimately going to get bad as far as the control goes, because to control a smaller group of people, you have to get to that smaller number of people to control. 8 billion. Thank you, Rhonda. Mr. Landfill said 9. I thought we were closer to 9 than we were 8 billion. Or is it that we're going to hit 9 billion in 2050? Whatever it is, it's a lot. It's a lot of people, right? And to get to the number that you need to control, which I don't know what their number is, you have to cause some kind of pandemic. Now, could they've gone with a more harsher event to get us there? Yes. But I think they're doing it without the shock and awe. Though some people will argue that Mr. 19 event was shock and awe. I don't think the amount of people, Georgia Guystone said 500 million. Right? 500 million? Did I say that right? Yeah. 500 million. So make Blaze, that might be the number they're going for. That's a small population. In comparison to what we have now, that's a small population. So you need a smaller population to control. You also need to put them somewhere. Now, right now, guys, 15-minute cities are all of the talk, all of the rave. They're talking about that anywhere you go. You go on 1,000,001 different YouTuber sites, you see them talking about 15-minute cities. They're currently starting to phase in 15-minute city technology. So a lot of places like New York are starting to implement 15-minute city technology, starting with surveillance. Surveillance is the first place you go because you want to make sure people are safe. But it has nothing to do with safety. It has everything to do with eyes on. So it's starting to implement 15... That was fireworks. I just saw the thing in the sky. But anyway, the 15-minute cities are technologies being implemented first, and then they're going to put, thank you, what's the 15-minute city on steroids? Rhonda, I would call that mega cities. Mega cities would be that. Mega cities would be a city that's completely, and a mega city meaning like you're going to have mega buildings, right? You're going to have buildings that are like 2-3 square blocks big, and tall and cram as many people as you can into there. Sort of like Judge Dredd movie they did a couple years ago, where they called them mega blocks, and they were buildings that were the size of blocks that expanded, what was it, like 70, 80 stories tall, or maybe taller than that. Maybe it was 110, right? And you're going to cram people into shit like that. And that's the future that they're trying to head us to. Because right now, guys, they want total and utter control. And listen, there is an alien theory that's out there, but yeah, I don't know if that's the angle. Teddy, yeah, like in Judge Dredd, right? I said that, right? Mega City 1, it's just like that. And I think, guys, that's exactly where we're headed. You have to implement, you have to get control of the people by getting to a tolerable number of people. The tolerable number, as some of you guys are saying, is 500 million. How do you get us there? Well, you get us there over time. Could you do that overnight? Yes, but if you do it overnight, let's say you release another situation, you can overshoot and get your 500 million down to 100 million. And maybe they don't want that. I don't know why they want that number, but that's the number they're aiming for. Please move to an inner room of the apartment. No, the inner room of the apartment is the fucking hallway. But whatever it is, guys, that's where we're headed. So now, you have the arm ticket, or the new situation that they're going to release, the Nipah virus. Then they're going to release this new arm ticket, which I think that arm ticket is going to be a lot more harsh than the 19 arm ticket. That's going to wipe out a certain amount of people. They're doing the math, and they got this giant board in front of them, and they're doing the math, and they're like, well, if we give X amount of people this arm ticket, we give X amount of people a placebo, and we'll see what the outcome's going to be, and we should get roughly 500 million. Now, that's not going to be an exact number. That's going to be give or take. It might be closer to 600 million. It might be closer to 300 million. But that's the ballpark number that they want to hit. And so they look at that number, and they're like, we need to do this to get to that. And then once we get to that, we're going to take everything away from people. We're going to strip them with nothing. We're going to make sure that they're happy, but that they own nothing. And we're going to put them into these 15-minute cities. But the 15-minute cities, by the time they get to that point, are going to be mega cities or mega buildings, however you want to look at them. And they're going to cram these people in there, and they're going to wipe a lot of us clean. And then once they get to the number of people they want, they're going to have us on that societal pregnancy bullshit, where you have to get a permit to get pregnant. We've seen that in numerous movies. They were doing it in China. Not the permit part, but the permission part. And then you're gonna have to get a permit to have a kid, and they're going to only allot a certain amount of people to have kids a year. That could be 15, that could be 100. Who knows? But that's the direction it seems like we're headed. Here goes the fucking ball breaking. I see it now. C40 cities, yes, C40 cities, 15-minute cities. It's all the same. Mega cities, it's all the same. They're just going to change the name around a couple of times. C40 cities are probably going to be something later on, you know. But again, that's the direction we're headed in. And of course, guys, in a 15-minute city, mega city, C40 city, cashless society is going to be the way to live. You're not going to live any other way. They're gonna create a situation. They're going to create a pandemic. This pandemic is going to wipe out a lot of people. Then they're going to give you an arm ticket. It's going to wipe out more people. But they're going to give you hope, because they're going to say the number of people are missing. We can't operate the world that way because we don't have enough people to fly planes. We don't have enough people to drive boats. We don't have enough people to drive cars. They're going to start looking at the numbers and going, we're going to have to put you people in these 15-minute cities. But what this 15-minute city or C40 cities, they're going to give you a bracelet. And we're going to put this bracelet on your arm. And this bracelet is going to allow you to pay for whatever you need to pay for. It's going to allow you to pull up your medical records or your dental records when you need it. Everything that you live by is going to be on this device. And they're going to give you a phone, of course. And that phone's going to keep you entertained. And you're going to fucking move through life doing this. And any one of us who wants to live in the outskirts of the world, we might not be able to live on the outskirts of the world, because they're going to damage that outskirts of the world. They're going to damage the woods, the forests. We're not going to be able to live anywhere. because they're going to make sure that we live in this city and that they have eyes on and control over us. They're going to poison the world, per se, if that makes sense. And then they're going to keep us here. Right? And there's all this talk about a new planet that they found. I don't want to even entertain that theory, because what I heard about that sounds like Elysium, the movie with Matt Damon and Jodie Foster. Pretty good movie, by the way. But Elysium was a space station that had all the rich and healthy people live there. Elysium will be a planet that they find that they'll usher those people to and leave the rest of us here. And then ultimately we'll wind up fucking not making it to that planet. But yeah, this is the world we're going to live in. And this is the way they're pushing it. But again, this is all theory. This is all conspiracy theory. That's all it is. Right? I don't know whether or not it's true. I could be completely way the fuck off base. None of this could happen. We could roll into a society where we're just living happily and still paying with cash. Who knows? But the way they're pushing this cashless society shit, it's not good. Not good at all. It's not even remotely good. But this is the direction we're moving in. So we have to prepare for the worst in that aspect. Need an angry film. Yes, Doggy Guitar, we definitely do. I'm going to try to get back to Wednesday nights doing that. I'm going to do an angry film critic next week. And I think I'm just going to open the floor up to 80s movies and then, of course, current movies. And I'm probably going to talk about Superman, the movie we just saw. And then we'll talk about futuristic movies and shit like that. I'm going to open it up a little more. But we shall see, guys. We shall see what the future holds. I don't know. It sounds sexy, you know, and it sounds very dreadful because a lot of us don't want to live that society. We don't want to be in that world. We don't want to fucking be running around controlled by this, telling us that we can't visit certain sectors of that mega city, that we can't buy certain foods because our cholesterol's high that month or our blood pressure's been high for a week, so now we can't get the food we want. We got to eat bugs because according to them, bugs lower cholesterol and bugs keep your blood pressure in check. Look up the articles talking about the health aspect of bugs. They're pushing that nonsense. So now that they're pushing that nonsense, what do you think they're going to feed us? And how do you think they're going to keep us in check? Hell, they might even up your blood pressure and give you a heart condition that does not exist so that you don't eat meat. So that you eat bugs because they don't have meat available for you. It's available for the rich. They can do whatever they want with technology, guys. They can lie to us like they're doing now. But if you're in a mega city, they're going to lie to you your entire life. You're going to live that life and you're going to love it because it's safety. They're going to create pandemonium and chaos and shove you into the city and keep you safe, and you're going to go along with it. They're going to tell you that you can't eat meat because your blood pressure's out of whack. Meanwhile, there's not enough filet mignon and lobsters to go around, so they're going to create a condition in your body. They're going to say that your cholesterol's up when it really isn't, and you're going to be eating bugs. And then you're going to sit there and go, all right, I've been eating bugs for a month. Can I have some meat now because my blood pressure should be down? No, it's still a tad bit high. Let's give it another month. And before you know it, 5 years have gone by, and now you're eating bugs and you're sort of used to it. Again, this is just the conspiracy theory brain side of mine in overdrive, working and telling myself this is where we're headed. We're headed towards this bullshit. But we shall see where this goes. Steel and tree. I don't know if they'll do a whole black market silver gold cash thing. I don't know. I think there will be a black market, and the black market will be us trading shit that we need, because they would have gotten rid of cash, and gold and silver they would have locked up. Now, for those of us that have gold and silver, we might be able to trade that around, but I think it'll be more of a swap meet kind of deal. We're bartering. We'll be bartering for shit we need, and that would be the black market side of it. Like, we'll be bartering steaks, lobster, perhaps, right? That's the kind of shit we might be we might be black marketing. But gold and silver and cash, I don't know. I think they would have gotten a lock on that, or most of it, and they would have people sell their gold and silver for the cashless society of whatever cryptocurrency bullshit they're going to push in that world. They're going to have you get rid of it by giving up your gold, cash, and silver. They're going to give up your gold, cash, and silver so you can get a stable coin. You're gonna have a stable coin that you're gonna use, and that's how you're gonna fucking live your life in this mega city, a C40 city, a 15-minute city, whatever the fuck they're gonna call it by then. We might be able to see that in the tail end of our lifespan go into effect. But again, that'll be on the tail end of our lifespan. I don't think we're going to be around for a lot of it, but we'll probably be around for the beginning of it. And anyway, guys, other than that, this is 15 minutes. I want to go off the air. I'm tired. I mean, I could probably go another 5 minutes, but I'm not. I'm done. I'm toast. And I got to do some editing tonight anyway. So I do want to get in bed at a respectable time. I will see you guys next week for the double header. Let's see how many more of my videos get fucking blacklisted for, you know, talking the shit I talk. We shall see. But other than that, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. I will see you guys again next Tuesday for the double header. Appreciate it.